You guys have any plans for the upcoming holidays that are fun or you're excited about, or you just staying home? Which, you know what? I put this on upside down.
Shut up! You don't think Ryan is famous?
Cousin Ryan.
You gotta.
Hey, what's up, YouTube friends and family? It's Cousin Ryan. I have got some Ghostbuster stuff to share with you guys. Some Ghostbuster stuff my buddy Brad sent me from the East Coast to the West Coast. We'll start off with some of these little plushie keychains. Brad found these at Ollie's on sale, and he knew that I hadn't been able to find these out here, so he picked them up for me and graciously mailed them to me. These are, and these, by the way, aren't the main part of the video here. We'll get to the main part in just a second. These are kind of cool. You got the little terror dog here, Mr. Stay Puft, Slimer, and of course, our buddy Muncher from Ghostbusters Afterlife. Oh, he's got like a little, hear that? There's a little crunchiness in his stomach, probably because he's been munching metal. These are kind of cool. They remind me of, like, I think there is a name for this type of, like, what do you want to call it, art style or whatever. By the way, these have a 2020 trademark date on them, which is interesting. New material only. Yeah, I can't remember, but they remind me, and Brad, I had said this to you, they remind me of almost like Pokemon versions of Ghostbuster characters. Anyway, all right, but the excitement, what I'm excited about, well, I'm excited about those too, but it's this Ghostbusters Ectomobile Snap Tight Kit. Didn't find these anywhere out here on the West Coast. I'm going to just drop this down there. Yeah, and it's just, you can see here, the packaging's very similar to the Fright Features Ectomobile that came out that fit the Fright Features cars, or the Fright Feature Ectomobile that fit the Fright Features, God, Fright Features figures. Why is that so hard to say? Anyway, it's a very similar packaging to that, but it's a more, I don't know if it's more simple. I guess you could call it a more simple version of the Ectomobile, but let's check it out. And clearly it needs to be assembled because there's no way an Ectomobile would fit in a flat box like this. You can see here, this is what it looks like inside the box. We got the chassis, we got, and I'm assuming this all snaps together, yeah. All the parts in here. Oh, and stickers. I love putting stickers on models. Let's do this. This almost reminds me of, you'd have to be older to remember this. Probably not quite as old as me to remember this, but do you guys remember the Happy Meal containers that were just like, they were boats? There was boats and it seemed like there was something else. I don't remember. Apparently there was Dukes of Hazzard ones way back even before my time, but they were just two plastic, like, almost like, what you call that, like a clamshell or whatever, that it was like the boat and then the lid was the top of the boat and you could put stickers on them and stuff, and then you put the boat in the water and the stickers would get wet and come off. But this sort of like reminds me of that a little bit. I'm not a big fan of reading instructions, so you put it all together and then you put the stickers on. Okay, just wanted to make sure we didn't have to put the stickers on first. I mean, I guess we could, but let's, I don't know, let's put some wheels on here. Oh, and there's white walls. There's white wall stickers. I think we had some white walls on that other Ectomobile as well, didn't we? So it all comes off as one. I don't like that. Let's do it this way. Oh man, that's really hard. I almost feel like I need some tweezers to get this on there straight. Ooh. That's pretty close. That's pretty close, I guess. I'm going to hold it back here so you guys can see it like at a distance. and it'll look fine. Are these? Oh, wait. Okay, they do roll. Alright. Let's get some more white walls on here. Let's take care of the white walls first. And then I can regret not reading the instructions completely by them saying, hold on and put the wheels on last. Do you think the instructions say that? I don't know. If it would just stuck right there. So I get my finger out. Damn. I am good. I just got lucky. These just snap in. They're sort of a funky, they almost look like they would press in this way, but I'm pretty sure they're meant to go like this because there's a little groove. There's tabs on the wheel here that I think fit in this groove, so we're going to just force it in. Ooh. Right, they're all the same size hubs, so I don't know why. There we go. Perfect. I don't know if you guys saw my video from last night unboxing the Selfie series Ghostbuster figure from Hasbro. Super disappointed. I'm still really bummed that I spent damn near $80 on a figure that looks nothing like me, other than it's a white guy with brown hair. But that's pretty much where the similarities end. And it's an ugly white guy, so I guess that's one more similarity. But Hasbro really dropped the ball on that one, and I hope to get some money back on that. I think anybody that ordered one of those and it's as messed up as mine is shouldn't have to pay full price. I would say that's false advertisement, honestly. Yeah, these back ones don't snap on as easy. Why is that? There we go. We're good. Okay. Now, let's see. Oh, I almost reached for the instructions there. Let's put some license plates on the bumpers. You know, in Ghostbusters 1, the front license plate's crooked. I don't know about the back one, but the front one's crooked. So do we go screen accurate, or do we just try to put it on as straight as we can? You guys probably can't see that. This is the rear bumper. It's pretty dang straight. Let's go to the front. It's interesting, the ladder is a sticker. The hoses down the side are stickers. Oh, and even, okay, the tanks will end up being stickers as well. I think that's a little bit crooked. This one goes on the front here. Put the back bumper on here. Alright. Should we go ahead and put the logos on? I don't know if it's my eyes or if it's a fact, but I think number 7 here is slightly larger than the other two. Again, we don't need instructions, but just for argument's sake, let's look and see. Nope. 7 and 8 are supposed to be on the doors and 9 is on the back. So I'm going to assume they're all the same size, but dang, those look different. I'm going to go with my gut and not follow the instructions. I'm just going to put these on the door. straight enough. That was straighter. The hand ripped off. The hand ripped off. It was almost like it was cut that way. It's alright. We're going to make it right. We will make it right. I didn't lose the hand on the other one, though. That's weird. I don't know if you guys can see right there. The hand got left behind, but oh yeah, it was still stuck. It wasn't completely cut, but that's alright. We got it. We got it. This is where tweezers again would come in super, super handy. Oh, yeah, look at that. Just like it never ripped. I love it. Let's be a little more careful with this one. Oh, I can see, like, even this one's trying to tear a little bit, so if you guys put one of these together, just be super careful with the Ghost's right hand. Slap this guy on the back. There we go. Pretty good, pretty good. Let's go ahead and we're going to drop the body on here. You guys can see there's little pegs on the inside here. There's 2 in the front, 2 in the back, 2 in the middle that line up with these holes here. Oh, and there's a couple of pegs here, I guess, that line up with these as well. And little tabs here that go in these slots. I'm learning this as we go here. I gotta tell you, as super simple as this is, I enjoy the heck out of putting things like this together. I just think it's an absolute blast. It's like putting Legos together. I enjoy the heck out of building Legos too. It's like relaxing and what's the word? Cathartic, I guess. Okay, I'm just curious how the ladder... Oh, interesting. Okay, sort of weird, but let's put the back window in. Let's put the back window in here. Boom. Speaking of back windows, I don't know if I've mentioned this in any of my other videos regarding our own ECTO-mobile, our 1959 Ford Ranch Wagon ECTO-mobile that we're building, but there's some parts on that car that are not the easiest to find, and the rear hatch being one of them. I have the rear hatch, but we were trying to line it up because it didn't quite close straight. I should pay attention to what I'm doing here. It didn't quite close straight, and we were looking at it one day, trying to align it. Sorry, I'm going to quit talking for just a second here while I do this. We were trying to line it up right, and realized, my friend said, hey, those hinges are the same. Well, it turns out that car is meant to have a left hinge and a right hinge, which granted, of course, it's going to have 2 hinges, but this one fits on the right side and this one fits on the left side. It's got 2 left side hinges, so that's why it doesn't fit. They're both bent funny to fit the curvature of the car, and I have looked everywhere for those hinges. And the sad part of it is, when we were going to, if you followed our channel for any length of time with that project, there was a junkyard not too far from here, about, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes from our house, that had a 59 Ford Ranch Wagon. and there was a couple other 59 Ford. There was two 59 Ford Rancheros and a Fairlane that we were able to get parts off of, various windows and different trim and things that we needed. And I felt like we got everything we needed off of all those cars. And in the meantime, the junkyard sold to new property owners, and it had been there. That junkyard had been there since, I don't know, as long as I can remember. I know we tried going up there while I was in high school, and the guy running the place just wasn't having it with a bunch of teenagers showing up. But since then, somebody else was running it, and totally fine. Anyway, we got a bunch of parts. Property sold, and I told the guy that was running it, now, thanks for everything. Really appreciate it. Let me know how things go. Fast forward probably 3 months, realized we needed this hinge, and that ranch wagon had the hinge we needed. So I hit him up and I'm like, hey man, if that ranch wagon's still there, I'd like to get the hinge off of it, if at all possible. Every old car in that place, and again, it was things from the 70s all the way back to the 30s, the new property owners crushed every one of those cars. There were so many, granted, 80% of those cars probably were beyond restoring, but there were so many valuable parts there. It just killed me to find out those cars got crushed. I mean, those were like pieces of Americana that just you can't get back, and the hinge I needed was in there. The hatch was perfectly fine on that wagon. And I remember thinking when we left there, well, if they do get rid of some of these cars, the new property owners get rid of some of these cars, I would like to buy the hatch off of that. Now, if I would have bought the hatch, would I have grabbed the hinges with it? I don't know. But it would have been nice to have that opportunity. I've since contacted some other junkyards in California, one in particular down in, I think, Fresno. And, oh yeah, we got 8 59 ranch wagons here, no problem, we'll call you back, let you know what the price is, blah blah blah. Dude calls me back and he's like, you're not going to believe this, we've got 8 59 ranch wagons and there are no hinges left on any of them. So, the occasional eBay search, and there's a few other junkyards I can try, but the hunt is on for a right side hinge for our ranch wagon. Anyway, that's just a little story I had for you while I was putting the back window on there. Made me think of that back window on our Ectomobile. Just putting the stickers on the side tanks here for the roof rack. We are almost to the finish line with this one. For those of you friends that are watching and have made it this far, you guys have any plans for the upcoming holidays that are fun or you're excited about, or you just staying home, which, you know what? I put this on upside down. Luckily I could. There's like, and it wasn't that big a deal, but there's like a light side. That white line is meant to be on the top because of shininess on the top, and then the dark line on the bottom would be shading. So I guess these were directional. Same with the other effing side, and I put them on backwards. Damn it. Anyway, do you guys have any plans you're excited about? Like, or even if you're staying home, which I started to say, I find staying home to be pretty damn exciting. It's always good to stay home and do nothing. Sometimes I find like when I go places during the holidays, you come home even more tired and you need a break from your vacation. Do I try to straighten these out? No, I'm just going to leave them. Lesson learned. Oh well. 3 pegs on the bottom here. Get 3 pegs on top here. And it just presses in like that. Ooh, and it snaps. Got a little snap out of that one. Let's see. I am going to look here. So, oh, interesting. They want the ladder to go on the OG side and not on the Afterlife side. Interesting call with that one. Okay, so it looks like The ladder lines up with the back of that tank right there. It's got, when you peel it off, it's got the little squares here that you can pop out. Try to pop out. And it looks like the closed part of the ladder goes towards the top there on the roof. I'm going to line the bottom of the ladder up with the bottom of the car. Or I mean the bottom of the window on the car. Right, that's what that looks like. Actually, I think I'm going to go, well, I'm just eyeballing this, you guys. Make me nervous. Okay, so it looks like it's just above. Let's go right there. Okay, that's on there, and then bottom half of the ladder. Yeah, be careful in peeling these off. This didn't rip, but I think it could have ripped if we weren't a little more careful with it. Okay, that looks pretty good. Are these fins directional? They are. I guess we'll look at the instructions for that as well. Looks like the grooves, there's little grooves in the bottom here, and it looks like they're supposed to face outward. Yeah, and you can see the little key that they fit into there. So it should just pop in. Almost done. We will go back to the hoses on this side. I'm trying to get a good idea for placement here. That's not quite right. That's quite right. It's turned into a long video, isn't it? It's alright. It'll be worth it in the end. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay. Yeah. This one looks like it's got another little piece in the middle of the hoses to pull out. Oh, shoot. Looks like that one might have too. No, but it wasn't cut. Or was it? Shit, I can't tell. There's the hoses. Dang, I wonder. Yeah, that just doesn't look like it's cut all the way through. I'd like to peel that center piece out between those two bottom hoses, but I don't think. Oh, I can see on here it was cut. Yeah, I might have to take a razor and try to pick that out of there. I'm not going to do it here though, because I don't have a razor handy. Let's pop the red fin in on that side. These look to be very similar. Is there a difference? No, there's not. There's a little grate on the front here that I think I'm going to put forward and backwards, just because that's like that little metal grate that went. There's like a metal piece in the middle of the light bar. There you go. That's it. I don't even know what. I mean, this is the ECTO-mobile. It's from Hasbro. Just says ECTO-1, Ghostbusters ECTO-1. I don't even know what you would call Ghostbusters Race to the Scene of the Haunt. It doesn't say specifically, like, you know, some of the other stuff was Fright Features. This is just a little snap type model. It doesn't even say snap tight on the box, but that's what it is. Super cool. Super cool. That's fun. I like doing stuff like that. Brad, thanks so much for sending this to me, man. I enjoyed putting this together, and yeah, cool. This will definitely get a place in our Ghostbusters displays around the house. So thanks again, and thank you guys for hanging out with me while I put this together. And until next time, be excellent to each other. Later.
You know, sir, it's Cousin Ryan on the Hollywood Boulevard. You know, sir, he bigger than any superstar. All of us spit you some real dope bar. Some of them sweeter than any chocolate bar. Boom! Hey.